always a place to remember that when nothing changes, nothing changes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bravo with Sheila on the Bravo with Sheila Network. Tonight is a great night here on the East Coast. I hope all of you are well. I hope everything is good with you. You know what you got to do. You got to take that right hand or that left hand. You got to do what you got to do and touch yourself and give yourself a bravo. You don't need permission to give yourself a bravo. Just go ahead and touch your heart, your mind, your soul, whatever you need to do to encourage yourself and give yourself a bravo. And you do not need permission. I am so excited. You guys know I stay excited. I'm so excited tonight because we have such an incredible guest in the house. I'm telling you, I've been waiting for this chat. You know, we don't do rigid interviews. We just let it flow and let it do what it do. And just bring so many people on this platform, giving you so much rich content. And tonight, absolutely incredible. I welcome all of you that are up there in the bleachers, in the balcony. You may be in an expensive seat. You might have an orchestra seat, right? No matter where you are, I thank you that you are here. Those of you that are in the chat tonight, thank you. God bless you for being here. It's going to be a great night here at the Bravo with Sheila Network because we have an incredible wealth of information in the house. And I just want you to know, I want you to sit tight, get a cool beverage, do what you got to do in order to just have a wonderful moment, because that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a wonderful moment because I have a wonderful person in the house, none other than Micheal Dalcoe. Listen to me. You know how I do here. I don't like to really do all the information up front. I like the guests to share about themselves, about, from the cup of their life, what they've done, what they're going to do, what they're doing now. And I've been waiting quite some time to do this chat with this wonderful gentleman who's going to share some powerful information with you. I truly suggest that you get some pen and paper. That's right. You got to take notes. On this one, you definitely got to take some notes, right? So I want to tell you a little bit. I just like this quote that he has. He says, "Dream with me. What would your life be if you and your spouse and everyone in your house were free from a job and work their own business from home?" I know you're wondering like, oh, I've done that before. You've never done this before. And I'm excited to bring him to the platform. He's making history with GS Partners and G999. You said, what's that, Sheila? Well, we're getting ready to tell you about wealth building worldwide. So I'm going to bring him to the platform. Listen, get your pen, get your paper, get your cool beverage. And I am so happy to have him here. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ingram. It's a pleasure to be with you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. It really is a pleasure to have you here. I was so excited and I just wanted to I know Randy Love was excited, and I said yes. I said, let's see if he can come on and be a guest. Let's see if he'll come and chat, because we hear you weekly, all week long, talking and giving opportunities. And there's so many testimonies of being connected with you, sharing so much about wealth and generational wealth, and just empowering people to do something different. So let's start talking a little bit, Mr. Micheal L. Dalcoe. Let's talk about your journey. Let's talk a little bit about how you segue to where you are now. Give us a little backdrop about yourself.
Well, I'll try. I'll try to do a little.
Well,
Because
I mean, I know you're a lot, so do what you need to do. Do what you feel to do.
my mentor, Dr. Tabes, and God bless his memory, used to always say, "I'm a nuclear explosion waiting to happen."
Oh
And
my.
I feel the same way. It's like in my head, I can compress the story within a couple of minutes, but as soon as my lips start moving,
Mhm.
it all floods out, and everything begins to just resonate in every fiber of my being, because I am a testimony that you can do it. When I say you, I mean you, the person that's watching the stream with us. You can do it. You can live a life of absolute freedom.
Mhm.
And when I say freedom, I don't mean like the surface meaning of the word freedom. I mean, wake up when you're tired of sleeping, freedom. I mean, go anywhere you want to go and do what you want to do, freedom. I mean, go to the airport with no luggage and look at the menu board like you're looking at fast food and say, I'll take two of those to Aruba.
Mm.
Time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. That's the freedom that I'm talking about. And I didn't think it was possible either. So let's see how far I want to go back. I was a warehouse worker.
Mm.
Yes, me. I worked in the warehouse, and it's not because that's where I belonged. It was because that's where I ended up. Who can identify with going to school, making good grades,
Mhm.
going to college, getting an advanced degree, coming out and looking for a job, and you can't find a job in your field of study? Who can identify with that?
Mhm.
Probably,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did you end up working in your field of study?
No.
And unfortunately, it's 60 to 70% of people who end up not working in the field of study. You went to school. Oh, see, I'm getting excited already. I already feel my
Get excited. Go ahead and get excited.
You went to school all those years, did everything you possibly could to be as good a person as possible. You went to college, you worked as hard and studied as hard as possible so as not to waste your parents' money or waste that student loan.
Mhm.
And you got a degree and found out it was just a piece of paper
Mhm. So many.
that let you go and apply for a job and hope somebody else has a piece of paper inferior to yours so they don't get your dream job. And most of us journey around trying to find that right job because you live in Atlanta, your right job might be in Los Angeles. Now
Mhm.
you have to decide, do I want to move to LA for the job?
Mhm.
And I hope you didn't, because if you did, you probably found out, like I found out, I don't even like this job. Look,
Exactly.
listen. You were at school and you were 16. 16. You don't even really understand your own self. And they are starting to ask you, what do you want to go to college for? You don't know. It might be 1% of the people in the world who really have a burning passion to be something when they're 16. Everybody else is trying to just go to college.
Mhm.
Your career is going to college because mom and dad said you're going to go to college.
Mhm.
You're going to go to college for what? They didn't tell you that part. You got to fill in that blank. At 16, you got to make a decision on the rest of your life at 16. You haven't even been on the planet long enough to be making a lifelong decision. Do you know you can't vote at 16? Do
Mhm.
you know you can't drink alcohol at 16? You can't buy a gun. They barely let you drive a car. But they'll let you make a lifetime decision at
True.
16, 17, and 18. Y'all think about that right now and get mad. Get mad right now. because that's the system that all of us are still trying to chase. It's an industrial age model that no longer works in this information age.
Yeah.
Doesn't
When I
work.
was 16, it's funny because most people that I know at that age, like you said, people were pressuring them to figure out, I was raised in the inner city of Harlem, New York. And for me, my life was a little different. At 16, I was already a mother. So I had already, that was an interruption, a total interruption on the journey, right? And so I had to maneuver and navigate through so much to get to the point of, like you're saying, like, okay, so what are you going to do? Thank God I did finish school. I never missed a beat in finishing high school and then going to college. But now I'm a mother with, yes. And so now they're pressuring you, saying you need to take this. And then when you go to school, they say you should do this subject and you should do this. They don't even know what you're wired for. So you're so right. It's so many people that have been offset because of that.
You spend all that time in school, in that school system, and then you go into secondary post education system, and then you get out of that system and you enter into the job system, and everybody has a system to plug you into. What do you really want for your life? What do you want? What's burning in your heart? What do you want to do with your life? And most people struggle with that and they end up picking something off the shelf when really what most people want is to have something of significance to do and to be free. My life is so significant. Let me take you on a journey with me.
Take me on a journey.
Today, this is what my day was like today. I have a little cold. You can probably hear some congestion. It's because 2 days ago, I spent time flipping my little grandson up and down and making him laugh, and he had a cold. And I caught his cold. Great. I won't take it back because I got to spend hours with him on a weekday and his father on a weekday with nowhere to go. Dad, granddad, dad, and grandson. In the mall, hanging out, having lunch, riding around the mall, living it up. So today, I woke up about 7:30, still wasn't feeling quite up to par. So I went back to sleep and I stayed asleep for until about 8:50. My wife and I finally got out of bed, made the bed together because she's free too. And we went up to the city and we had to vote. They were voting for mayor today. So we voted for mayor. And then I took my wife on a very exclusive little hangout. I can't tell you guys about that yet because it's kind of a secret. But I took her on a little exclusive hangout for a few hours. Then we said, let's do lunch. And so we went and had lunch at a very nice restaurant. She sat there and made reservations on her cell phone. And then we left from out there at about 5 o'clock this evening. And we went and see a friend of ours. He had just gotten back from Switzerland. He brought us some nice gifts from Switzerland. And we sat with him for a little while. And I said, oh, I got to go. I got to be on the podcast with Miss Sheila. Then we jumped in our Tesla and we jumped on the highway and we made it through traffic and made it back in time for the 7 o'clock event.
Beautiful day.
None of that was controlled by someone else.
Correct.
It was controlled by us. And here's what's beautiful. It's not about money. Money is a byproduct. It's about the freedom to live your life on your terms because, and here's the part where I get a little lit, as my kids say, all of us are expiring. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be rich or poor, black or white, yellow, brown, Jew, Gentile, Greek, Protestant, Catholic, Buddhist, Muslim, atheist. It doesn't matter who you are. Sure. You're living on the same time continuum I am. I'm looking at the live ticker. We've been live for 15 minutes and 4 seconds and counting. No one can go back and claw back the 15 minutes. No. Correct. It doesn't matter who you could be, an astrophysicist, neuroscientist. No one can go back and get those 15 minutes and 17 seconds. They're gone forever. So don't waste your time. Well, then why would you go to school for 12 years, college for 4 to 6 or 8 more? You spent 20 years in a system that really is not designed to give you freedom. And then get out and work for another 40 years only to find out your life has this much left and you have not achieved what God put you here to do.
Yeah, and that's what I like about when you share when we're on weekly and you you break down like you always say it's not a really, it's a money, okay, it's a factor, but it's about freedom. It's about the true freedom to get up and do what you choose to do and not have to do that one time a year because the system says you do it one time a year and you get a week or two. So it's amazing
I
how
was I was very good at school, so Sheila. I was very smart, sharp in school. School was easy for me. And I thought that I would go to college and be an architect. That was my passion, because I like beautiful hotels.
Mhm.
But what it was is I didn't want to be an architect. I wanted to stay in beautiful hotels.
Yeah.
You see how we get distracted? And so when I didn't get to go to college for architectural school because I got into a band because I'm musical. So I said, well, maybe I'm supposed to play music, and we did some records, and maybe I'm supposed to be famous. And you're journeying around trying to find yourself. My 30-year-old son, he beats himself up sometimes because he compares himself to me, and he's like, Dad, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in my life. And I said, son, when I was 30, I was broke and I had no clue what I was supposed to be doing. Nothing was working. I said, relax. Just follow me. Watch me what I do and try to duplicate that until you find your path. Because, guys, I may not get to talk about it tonight, but Miss Sheila Ingram and I, we have a way. We have a way out of that rat race that I've been talking about for the last 17 minutes and 15 seconds. We've got a way out. And we may have a chance to share just a little bit of that. But when I couldn't find the job I wanted, I took whoever would hire me. Who feels me right now? You went to school to be a pediatrician. You got out of college, you couldn't land that right job, so you just took a quick job at Victoria's Secrets. And you looked up, and 3 years had passed at Victoria's Secret. They've elevated you to manager. You making pretty good money. So now you're kind of stuck. You already bought a car. You got a car note and rent. Now you're trying to pay the car note and rent with that little manager position. So now you're stuck at the job. You can't pursue what you thought was your passion when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Folks, I ended up working in a warehouse because I needed a job.
Yeah.
I had kids by then. And now I'm working in warehouses for some years. And somebody walked out into the warehouse floor. And they said, Mike, I need you to go to a meeting with me. I had no idea what it was about. She didn't even have to tell me. I was so hungry for something. I was just like, okay, sure. What do I need to do? She said, put on your best suit, be on your best behavior, and I will pick you up at 6 o'clock Thursday. Man, she picked me up, and we went to a network marketing meeting. Now, we're probably going to lose somebody because I just said the bad cuss word.
You just said the cuss word, right?
Said the cuss word.
That's because so many people had so many experiences, And yeah.
She took me to a network marketing meeting. When I walked in the reception area, you could hear light jazz music playing, and everybody was handing you cups of water and shaking your hand and hugging you and seeing how you're doing and welcome. It's your first time, yeah. And my name is this and that, and all these positive people, which is a byproduct of network marketing. You learn how to be a better person. And then I heard this music playing behind the door, and they flung the doors open, and we ran in and got our seats. And these amazing people started breaking down this freedom plan. And my eyes got big as 50 cents pieces, and I left that place. I joined the industry. This was in 1993. I didn't make any money. I made zero. But the things I was learning during that process of going to the meetings and trying to win and making new friends and building my list, I would do it again exactly the way I did it. Because today, with those things I learned from 1993 to 1998, they changed me as an individual. I stopped working in warehouses and I started working in the mortgage business. Now, I didn't go to school for it, but I had an aptitude for talking to people and caring about folks, and I learned the mortgage business. And I went from making $30,000 a year to $100,000 a year, and it was really in part mostly because of network marketing. It had changed me. It changed how I walked. It changed how I stood. It changed how I shook hands. It changed how I dressed. It changed everything about me. So when I got into the corporate arena in mortgages, I belonged. And I started making a lot more money, but I still didn't have any financial education in my brain. So I was just hustling backwards. I was making a lot of money, spending a lot of money, and I was broke. And then I met my mentor, Dr. Ty Best. November 12th, 2013, 2014.
Mm.
This coming March 3rd will be 10 years of absolute financial time, location freedom.
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 Mm. That's incredible. That's like your steps are ordered, and you were hungry. So you were hungry, and you were willing to listen and do something you've never done before. And that's something I always say: do something today that you've never done before, because you don't know, that one thing could be that thing you've been chasing. But
But let
like,
me tell you though, I was scared though. I was
I'm
scared.
sure, I'm
I was
sure.
scared. I was
Mhm,
scared, and I wasn't scared because I thought I would fail. I thought I could do okay in the business that he showed me. I was scared though. I was scared that I would try really hard and get minimal results. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of, okay, I'm gonna be working my job, because Dr. Best would always say, "Don't quit your job too soon." He would pound that in my head. So I was working my job, but I was afraid that after I got off work, I would spend another 4, 5, 6 hours away from my wife and my family,
mhm,
and it would give me minimal results. But
mhm.
Dr. Best said, give it all you got for 12 months. And it didn't take that long. It took me 103 days, and I was free.
You was
So
grinding.
I was grinding, and the thing about it, anybody who sees this call, get with Miss Ingram, and I will help her. We will show you step by step how to do it, because we have an opportunity where network marketing is rolled up in growing your wealth and growing assets.
Mhm,
Our product grows your wealth and grows your assets. And network marketing allows you to refer other people to grow their wealth. That's our product, a wealth growing product.
mhm,
And we will take our time. You'll be in it for yourself, but not by yourself. We're going to go step by step. We'll answer the phone. We'll answer your questions. We'll walk you through it, help you make a list, help you know what to say when you call people, give you a video to share with folks. We are going to walk baby steps until you feel good about what you're doing.
mhm.
And we're going to watch your progress and see you start to generate passive residual income. Because here's the thing: school, church, church. Don't let me go too hard on church. You know, the church will pray for you
Yeah.
to get a job,
Mhm.
but they'll criticize you for starting a business.
Mm.
Not all churches, but it's been my experience that when I said, "Hey guys, I started this network marketing business," they go,
Mhm.
oh, you're doing one of them things. You
Yeah.
need a real job."
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So they offer you, they pray for you to get a real job. So the job idea is widely accepted. But 95% of people who have a job die broke.
Mhm.
Is anybody ever going to stop and ask why? It's because you're trading your time, which is expiring,
Mhm.
for dollars, which are declining.
Yeah.
Think about that now. Your time is expiring, then you're trading that expiring time for
Mhm.
dollars that are decreasing because of inflation.
Yeah.
And the
I like
difference,
when you talk about that. I like when you share about what's happening financially right now in the world system, and how what the partners are doing, and how many people are so crazy excited on the calls. People, because you know why? Because they tried it, they did what was told, and they look in their account and they be like, wait, this can't be true. This cannot be true what I see. I mean, that happened to me. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Randy was on the phone with me. He said, go to the computer. I was like, okay. I go to the computer. Tell me what you see. I was like, wait, is this real? Is this true? He's like, I told you, this thing here. And so that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring you on the platform, because again, when you share with people, they're turned off by so many other things they tried and got scammed or didn't work, or. And of course, we're not financial advisors on here tonight, right? We're giving information to make a choice. And so that's one of the things that really encouraged me, because I wanted to actually bring you on when I saw results for myself. Now, I knew people had results because I've been on the calls, and they share openly because they want our people and people in general to see how this thing is working. So I wanted to wait. And so he says, just go to the computer. You know how he speaks. So I went to the computer and I was like, wait, is this real? And he was like, yep, now every week, or no, every 2 weeks, let's go and compound. I said, okay. So that is why I know what you're saying. This is not some hoax, or you know what I mean? Continue, sir.
Yeah. So here's I can give you all in 60 seconds. It'd probably be less than that. The secret to wealth. Yeah. I don't know why the powers that be made it so complicated. I don't know why they shared this vision of people who have an advanced college degree end up making 30% more income in their life than people without a degree. That's probably true. But what they don't say is how to be free, how to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between the rich and the poor. Here it is. Start your time clock. The poor work for money. The rich have money, work for them. Man, that was like 8 seconds. Man, I got to work harder on that. That is absolutely all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. There's nothing else to it. Now you got to apply discipline and delayed gratification, and continue to apply the discipline of continuously putting your money back to work. Let's say do you know if you start with $1,000, it's $1 million in 9 years if you double it every year? Let me see if I'm right. 1,000 1 year, that's 2,000. 2 years is 4,000. 3 years is 8, 16, 34, 64, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. In 9 years, your $1,000 is $1 million in 9 years. People work 40 years and don't have $100,000 saved up. Another person knows how to put money to work. They got $1 million in 9 years. All they did was they took some money. They got that $1,000 income tax check, just like the poor person did. Mm-hmm. The rich person put it in a vehicle that doubled every year. The poor person went shopping. See, money wasn't the issue. The mindset that was holding the money is the issue. The rich person turned that 1,000 into 2,000 the next year. The poor person complained about not having any money. And next year when they got the 1,000 again, they went on a cruise. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The rich person still had their job, got the new 1,000 on the income tax, and they doubled it again. So the next year they had 4,000, 7,000, 14,000, 50,000. And in 7 years, they kept compounding their profits.
Compounding.
In 7 years, they're in the millions, and this person here is still going on vacations in Florida.
Yeah. Big difference. How you say, don't let your past define your future, right?
One of my granddaughters, I got a bunch of granddaughters, and I have 10 grandchildren, I think 3 boys.
Really?
Case and Levi and little Mike. So yeah, 7 granddaughters and 3 grandsons. All right. So one of my granddaughters, I think she's 10 now. When she was like 5, her mom calls me up and she says, "Papa, can you give me $60 for the baby's Easter dress?" Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother seminar. We'll talk about. There's a holiday in every month. Y'all do know that, right? Oh, they want to get in your pocket every month. There's New Year's and there's Valentine's and then there's Mother's Day, Easter, Father's Day. There's a 4th of July. Yeah. There's a major holiday in every month. You go and check it out on your own. Okay. So I said, babe, don't worry about Easter this year. I tell you what, rather than me give you $60, let me buy you a package for $200, put you in business with me, teach you the business, and you'll never have to ask me for money again in your life. She said, "Papa, I know how you roll. I know what you mean, but just this year, can you just get me 60? I gave her the $60. To this day, she is still broke, and she still asks me for money. Sometimes I'll help, sometimes I won't, because my point is I was not giving you a fish. I was teaching you to fish.
Yeah.
And we gotta break out of this limiting belief that, you somehow got to have somebody to give you something, or you got to strike it rich or have some luck. Mm-hmm. Getting rich is easier to get rich than it is to be broke. It is. It's easier to be rich than it is to be broke. It's no. Let me make you another statement that's even harder to hear. It's way easier to be rich than it is to be broke.
Mm.
To be rich, all you got to do is put money to work, exercise the discipline to continue to double your money, and over time, short period of time, if you exercise more discipline, you will be rich. To be broke, you got to wake up every day, early, dark 30 in the morning, get in traffic, go to work 5 days, 6 days a week, come home on the weekend, go to church, give your tithes and offering, go back the next week, do it again over and over, be away from your family all day, and do that over and over again for 40 years. That is hard.
That is hard.
Stressed out, people telling you what to do at work, or even worse, I'm a man. Some other man is telling my wife what to do at work.
Mm.
You're a man telling my wife what to do. Don't mess around and yell at her. Oh,
Oh, oh yeah.
she about to get fired, and I'm probably gonna catch a case, right? So that's hard. The status quo is hard to do, and then you get old and you die and you leave your kids a bunch of bills and mortgages. That's hard. Well, to be rich, you just find a way to double your money. And Miss Sheila Ingram, again, she can show you how to do it. Double your money and just let the money make you rich. And you just sit around, watch TV, enjoy yourself, swim in the pool, go for walks, ride the bike.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's such a, and I think about it, I was like, wow, I wish I would have, you know, heard of this before, or, because again, everyone has a different type of journey and everyone's navigating life differently, right? We have to deal that, play the hands that we're dealt. And when either midstream and wherever it lands, whether you're 50, 60, whether you're 40 or 20, wherever it is, decisions have to be made of a shift of your mind. And again, a lot of our people have tried so many things, or they just don't want to change. They don't want to try it. They're not, nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And sometimes you just have to leave people behind that won't trust to do something different. Now, I mean, you can gamble, you gamble in any way every day. Everything we do when we go out, we're spending money. It doesn't wind up right. We buy a dress, it's ripped or it's torn. You take it back. I mean, everything we do is a decision. That's my point. And so when I thought about this, I said, wow, I'm getting in this so late. I think I'm too old. Nothing's gonna happen. I should and I had to trust someone, and that someone, I give a shout out to Randy Love,
That's
right?
the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy. And he sat on the phone and took time with me. And he showed me. He said, trust me. He said, you know me, so trust me. And
That's good.
I was like, say less. Okay. He said, now, you ready? And so this has happened. So yeah, I wish it could have happened years ago, or I had a certain amount of money to put in. But again, if you don't have 1,000, come in with 500. Come, just get in and just watch it do what it do. Then it'll encourage you to do more.
Look, I look forward to every person that's going to watch this dynamic podcast and reach out to you just to get more information, because if there's one thing that wakes me up in the morning on fire, is meeting that next new person who finds a way to freedom. Guys, when I tell y'all, I hear so many stories of freedom, I can't even, Inye saying, I can't understand exactly what the business is. I'm going to say this, Inye, and then I'll tell you. I can't tell y'all how many testimonies of people, they just call me in tears. I'm like, what's wrong? We just bought a new car, cash. Over and over. But we just paid off our mortgage. Mm-hmm. Here's why they did it, Inye. Here's why they did it. Here's our business. You take some money, and we're not financial advisors. We're not offering financial advice. You take some money, you convert it into a digital blockchain system. Instead of putting it in the bank and letting it grow at 0.5% a year, you put it in a digital system and let it grow at millionaire rates of return. And our professionals take that capital, they grow it, and return to you the profits. Mm-hmm. I know, sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? That is one of the worst phrases that has ever been created by mankind. There's no such thing as too good to be true. There's just opportunity. You take your money, and instead of growing it at poverty rates of return in a traditional savings account, you put it in a blockchain system, It's expensive to be poor. Absolutely. You put it in a blockchain system, and then you allow our team of professionals to grow that capital and return to you your profits. That's the product. The business is referring people to that product. So you're getting paid for referrals and your product is making you money. You're double dipping the system. It's called the B quadrant and the I quadrant. Most people are in the E quadrant, the employee, or they're S, self employed. You got to move over to the B quadrant, the business owner, and take the money you earn in the residual and put it in the I quadrant, the investor quadrant, and let your money make money for you. That's all there is, Enid.
Mhm.
So just
And
reach
you
out
have,
to Sheila. She'll give you some more
yeah,
information.
and you have done like since that time. I mean, you're just doing whatever you want to do. You take your wife on endless trips. You do whatever you do every single day. I mean, wealth wise, you're the man now. You're there. You've
I'm so
done.
grateful.
But
So
the great thing is I know you're grateful, but the great thing is you're still pulling people up. You're reaching down and pulling people up.
I have to. I have to because I know how I don't want to say easy like a walk in the park, but I had the power of God behind me and I had the energy and the tenacity and the hunger to go for it. And it is a system that's designed to pay you based on your efforts. It's not like a job. You can work a job 10 hours, 12 hours, 40 hours. They're going to pay you what's written on your salary contract. Over here, you give it all you've got and it sounds like it's not going to work. And you work and work and work and work and work. And finally, you get paid, and it's a little, and it's discouraging. But if you got the right mentors, they'll tell you work some more, and you work, 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 and you get paid, and it's a little bit more, and you work, 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 and you get paid. It's a little bit more, and you work, work, get paid. Then you work, you get paid. Then you work, get paid. Then you get paid and 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 get paid. Do a little work and get paid and get paid, get paid. It's the opposite of corporate America. It's designed, everybody in the team with you is rooting for your success because you become a testimony that it can be done.
Mhm. And what happens to people who say, well, I don't really have a lot of people I'm involved with. Can I just do it on my own? Will I still earn? Will my money still grow? And Nania has another message. I definitely believe in people investing in themselves and doing, yes, and doing through research. Amen. Yes.
There are
What
two,
happens to
there's
that
two part, there's
person?
two parts to it. So if you're a person that you're adamantly you don't want to talk to other people, the product itself will make money for you without any referrals.
Mhm.
And if you stick around with me and Micheal enough, it's probably gonna rub off on you because I've seen it happen numerous times where somebody says, I don't want to tell anybody, I just want to use the product for myself, I want to try it, see if it works. They sign up, they put their money on the system, they start earning 5% a week on the price, and they go, wait a minute, I put $1,000 in this thing and I loaded with 2,000 and I made $50 this week. Why did that happen? And we share that with them why it happened. And they say, wow. And then the next 7 days they do it again. And they go, whoa. And then the third week, they do it again. They say, I think I got to tell my good girlfriend. And they tell their girlfriend. And she gets more excited than her. And she comes in with 10,000. Well, when she comes with 10,000, the girl who told her who didn't want to do the business, she just made 15%. She made $150. And she said, why did I make the $150? It's because no, $1,500. Why did I make the $1,500? He said, because you sponsored somebody who put in 10,000.
And
What?
there are people who put in, there are people, I want everybody to understand that you start where you are, but there are people that I mean, that of course, that is under the umbrella that realize this and they went and got their 401s
Absolutely, they did.
and 401ks because they realize the bank, first of all, they take money from you when you try to take your own money out. It's always a take and take of your own money. And I've heard the testimonies of people and the excitement of how they took money and they says, all right, I'm going to do this. And they're just blown away of what they see in their account. And you can take it out whenever you want to. It's not like
Absolutely. It's liquid. It's liquid. And so then they end up telling another person, and now they messed around and got a bonus. On top of their money growing, now their business is growing. And those people they told, man, they forgot all about them. They are gone. They built a whole organization. And now for this lady, one line of her group has got like 80 people in it. And
Mm.
she's getting paid every day. And she's like, this is incredible. Now she wants to be full time. She works for Amazon. Now she wants to be full time. She's like, I got to do this. This is too good to be true. But I'm doing this. And my life is replete with examples of people who are having testimonies just like that. That's why I'm excited to be on here with you tonight.
Yeah, and that's why I really wanted you to come and give and this is a lot, but it's really a snippet. You got to come on the calls, as there's links. If you guys want to link, as every day there's a call, every single day. And Mr. Dalcoe, I think he's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or is that
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you get on the call and just sit back and listen. And the excitement is in the room and on the call. And you may feel like, well, I don't have that much. It doesn't matter. When you listen to how it happened, it's like, because I've been in some things that lost money, especially a lot of our people been in them susus and they got totally messed up in their head about how they took money and, certain people, they couldn't trust them. But I'm telling you that all I could say is I just wanted you to come to share, because there was no way for me to invite everybody that comes to the platform or people that I know, because they're busy. I think my sister-in-law is on and she's been interested. She's a nurse, but her time has been off. So I sent her the link. But I'm glad that this will be up on my channel and people can tap in and get in touch and just come into the rooms during the week and listen and make the decision. No one's forcing anybody. No one's trying to sell something. It's like, it's not any of that. It's just our people. When we find something and get into something and we share with our people, there's always this doubt but you got to look at the person who's extending it to you. And that should be enough. If someone comes and say, just get on a call. That's all you have to do.
There's a scrolling banner at the bottom of the screen here, and I love it. And I want you guys to read it and take the number down or the email of Miss Sheila and just reach out and say, just send me a little more information. Look, before this company, my wife and I, we were doing okay. From our last company, we were doing okay. But I'm going to tell you right now, since this company, we broke ground on our dream home. We built it, and we're now living in it. It was a 2-year build. We've been in the company 3 years. We built the house and inhabit the house now debt-free, fully furnished, 8,000 square feet, pool in the backyard. All of our dream cars are in the garages. We have zero debt, zero mortgages, zero car notes. Why? Because we're financial gurus? No, we're not. It's because we found a superior system. Systems duplicate, people don't. Arshawn said, how does an investor track their investments through you? Is the information available online or only through a partner? Great question. The way it works is you'll sign up for your own free account. You'll have your own back office. You'll have a login and a password and a 2FA. You'll log in and see all of your digital assets working for you in real time. Anything that you earn on the platform is 100% liquid. The assets that you park on the platform to grow, those are locked for small periods. And all the profits, you can take percentages of the profits every week and every month. And again, Miss Sheila Ingram will walk you through how all of that works. But yeah, it's all in your own back office, Arshawn. So get back with Miss Sheila and she'll walk you through it. All the accounts are free to sign up. You can sign up for free and click all the buttons. You can't break anything. So just get your free account set up. And then when you're ready to move forward, you let her know and we'll show you how to convert your capital and move it into the platform, the amount you choose.
That's what I like, because there have been other platforms where it was mandatory to put in X amount and this amount, but people are where they are. That's why, you have to meet people where they are and allow them to grow to where they're trying to go. So out the gate, when you block a person and say, well, you can't come in unless you have this, then it discourages a person. But with this, people come in and like you said, the excitement happens when they go on their back office and they be like, wait a minute, because I know I went and I had a little bit of Bitcoin. I missed that whole ship. And I looked at it, a couple of weeks ago. Randy said, look at your Bitcoin. I said, what Bitcoin? He said, remember you had a little bit? I was like, oh, yeah. He said, look what you have now. I was like, wait a minute. So it's like it just bounces from one to the next, one to the next.
Let me tell you, you pushed the button. I know we've been on here 46 minutes. It seems like 6 minutes.
I know.
But you said Bitcoin, and people are a little bit nervous about crypto, but you're not nervous about it when you're earning it instead of buying it, are you? Because I've earned 21 Bitcoin this year.
Mm.
21 I earned. Didn't buy a single one. I've earned 21 Bitcoin this year.
Wow. Yeah.
And Bitcoin is currently at $35,296.06 right this moment. And I earned 21.5 Bitcoin this year and still earning it every day, all day. So again, just trying to whet your appetite a little bit to get a little bit more information from this.
Yes. And I thank you so much. I thank you so very much for because I know you're super busy. I mean, for real, I know you're busy. And I just appreciate you taking time out to chat, and come on and share the information with my platform. And now that they heard some of it, they can pray on it, make some decisions. But then I'll send them some links so they can come on into the meetings during the week for themselves to get more information as well. Because Randy has me sending links everywhere. So the short ones, the long ones,
there's a call tonight at 9 p.m. It's in an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to be on that call with some other leaders around the world. I'm going to put the Zoom link in the chat room, but the Zoom ID is 643-552-456. There's no password. 643-552-456. Go to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and it asks for the meeting ID 643-552-456, and listen in on the meeting. You're going to hear some people presenting the whole opportunity that shows you point A to point Z, exactly how it works. And then you decide if this is the right opportunity for you. I believe you'll see that it is.
All right, I'm going to put that in the chat. I'm going to copy it. I think Anae might have caught it. My moderator, she's here. She usually catches everything. So I'm going to put it in the chat. See if I picked it up correctly so you guys can actually see it. There it is. I put it in the chat, and now I'm going to put it on the screen. There you go. There it is.
Very good. Perfect.
So yeah, just go to Zoom and put that in. No password, just the ID. And listen, guys, I'm so grateful that you all are here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Mr. Dalcoe. I really appreciate your presence here. And thank you for this information. And I'm sure people will tap in because it was good and it's real. And I introduced it. So they trust me. And so it's about trust. They know that girl, is going to bring something worthy. We're about generational wealth and shifting this whole thing, shifting our mindsets, because everyone knows when nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah.
I have the time again.
9 o'clock.
Arshawn, I think it's 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern.
And let me have like 30 seconds.
I'm going to give you the last words. I'm absolutely giving you the last words before we close.
All right. I want to appeal to your heart. I don't want to appeal to your mind right now. We've all been doing a certain thing a certain way for a certain amount of time. And I don't have to know you to know it doesn't work. I don't have to know you. I know it doesn't work because it's designed not to work, or at least work to make you free. It's designed to keep you working because the system needs workers to feed that system. And they'll be okay. They'll find somebody to replace you, but take a shot for once in your life to be free, because there is nothing like freedom. I walked out my front door early in the morning, barefooted, and walked in the grass to ground and just look at the sun. And I had nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. That's what we're offering you tonight. Somebody said, how do we get on Zoom? You can go to zoom.us, www.zoom.us, and up at the top right-hand corner, you'll see a tab that says Join a Meeting, and you'll click on that Join a Meeting, and you'll put the meeting ID that Ms. Sheila Ingram has put on the screen, 643-552-456, and that's all you need to do. So hope to see you guys on this side. We'll see you on the white sandy beaches of the world. Freedom is worth it, and you deserve it.
Thank you so much. Have a great meeting. I'll be on, of course, at 9 o'clock, chiming in and learning, because the more I learn, the more I can explain it and understand it, right? And so thank you once again. Bravo to you. Greetings to your family, to your wife, your children, grandchildren. And I'll see you soon, okay?
See you on the call. Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good night. Ciao.
Ciao.
All righty. Okay, guys, that was incredible. Listen, how many of you like that? How many of you like that? I like it. I like it. I like it. I've been trying to get him. He's so busy. And so he decided to come on, and I appreciate it so very much. So I'm going to close out because it's almost 8 o'clock. And it was a great show. And I hope that you guys were impressed by it and realized that freedom, I'm looking for some freedom. You hear me? Freedom. Let my people go. I'm looking for some freedom. I know you are too. So listen, I'll see you again. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll be on my Christian channel, right? At 12. Nope. I have something to do tomorrow. I think I'm moving it to Thursday. But you know, Dawn B is right here on the Bravo with Sheila Network on Thursday at 7 p.m. Yes, yes, and yes. So tune in for Dawn B on Thursday night. We have some great things coming for you on the channel, on both channels, across the YouTube streets and right here. So listen, I love you so much. Let's bang it out with something. Let's bang it. Arshawn, thank you for being here. Let's put some of these comments up before we leave, right? Let's do what we do. All right. All right, you got it. And we got the Zoom going on. We got the comments. May I have the time again? Arshawn, we gave you that at 9. He says, will do. He's going to chime in. Superfood Parents is in the house. She is this month's on Bravo with Sheila and the SIM broadcast. She is our sponsor for this month. Thank you, Superfood Parents, for being the sponsor. Thank you so very much. I love this comment here. It's expensive to be poor, and that would be correct. That would be correct. And they, the only moderator in these streets. Thank you so much, Pastor Rosa. Thank you for being here. All of you wonderful people up in the chat. Thank you. Not in the chat, up there. Yeah, thank you for being here. I don't want to say you in the bushes because I don't like to say you in the bushes. I just like to say you in the bleachers, the balcony, or you have an expensive seat, which probably is the orchestra seat. You paid a good ticket to be here. So we're going to bounce it out right now with one of Von Eric's tracks, right? Von Eric is not in the house tonight, but we're going to bounce out with one of his tracks, Dance Hall. And so I love you today. I'll see you soon. Bless you. Take care. Meet us on the call tonight. 9 o'clock. Woo! 9 o'clock.